Hey everyone, Roxabox90 here with a speculation update. I can't say it's a full spoiler yet because it has been finalized and confirmed, but if Troll Creature has continued to be honest with us, as he was with Medomai before Medomai was revealed, then some of these things may in fact be real or semi-real. So originally, Troll Creature provided information about Medomai, and the mod edited and inserted the text for Medomai. I can't say it's final and confirmed because even with the mod correction, it hasn't been posted on the full spoiler yet, which already, because it's coming from a source that has proven itself to be right and yet hasn't consistently enough that we can just take it for granted. So Medomai the Ageless is 4 blue and a white, legendary creature, Sphinx, we expected, flying. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, take an extra turn after this one. Medomai the Aegis can't attack during extra turns. The mod is saying this is a guest text. It's not guaranteed, but since we know there has to be some drawback here because it's a very powerful ability, then it's something like this would make sense. Basically, Medomai, we don't know the power and toughness of this, but I'd presume it's in the 5/5, 6/6 range probably, given that this will likely be mythic. So if it could attack during extra turns, that would be insane because you land it or you reanimator it somehow and swing, you know, crazy. It could be crazy, especially in formats that allow for some variant of haste. This card would be unreal. However, while this could be absolutely insane in EDH and EDH Commander and maybe, again, depending on the right deck, it could be amazing in limited. It may not be quite as powerful and constructed as it's worded right now, just because you land it and it has really no protections against removal. I'm presuming they're going to bring back removal. There'll be some decent removal in standard if this card's around. If actually there's only a little removal, which there hasn't been a consistent, like, whoa, we have like 4 or 5 really powerful consistent remove spells. We really don't have that as much these days. So this card, if it has enough power and toughness, could very well be ridiculous in standard, but we'd have to see. Again, this text is, even though it's mod edited and the text is inserted, it may not be real. Just saying, this is speculation. But if it is speculation, this would be a very fun card for EDH for sure. Hopefully, if the fact that it's difficult to work into standard might make it a little less expensive if it's this card. If it changes, we'll look more into it. Then he also posted more about the Swords to Plowshares enchantment thing, and he clarifies what he was talking about. Basically, Chain to Rocks is the Swords to Plowshares. Chain to Rocks, Swords to Plowshares. It's 1 white for an enchantment aura, which we expected. Enchant X creature you control. That's interesting. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls until Chain of Rocks leaves the battlefield. So that would be very, very interesting. That creature returns under its owner's control. I like it a lot if this is the right one, because it puts it on your own creature, meaning that if they have a double incentive to remove your creature, if possible. If you have a hexproof base, this would be insane, but we know that some of the best hexproof cards will be leaving, so I don't know if particularly bad hexproof will be quite as powerful. But even without hexproof, being for 1 white able to exile would be, I think, a bit broken. It requires that you have a creature under your control. That's the only real thing that's stopping it. If you don't have control of the creature, then you can't even use it. Interesting balance. Obviously, Swords to Plowshares is a better card, but this would be a very interesting variant and might even be able to see some play in EDH Commander, and will definitely be a constructed, viable card. Whether or not actually it fits in, we'll have to see. Very cool. And on Thoughtseize, Troll Creature said he heard it was going to be in the Journey of Nyx set of the block, with the middle block, not the end or the first one. So obviously we don't know for sure. We'll have to see how it goes. And other than that, he said Nimbus, it's going to be the Nimbus lands. And basically, someone else were updated to a mod, TK421, posted and updated. He said that the new lands are I presume should be a cycle total of 10 with 5 in Theros, 5 between Born of Gods and Journey to Nyx. The lands will be similar to HD. The only ones that they know of is Halimar Depths, which that would be interesting. Halimar Depths would be it would be this card, but we don't know. It could be a new name. It could be a new name. Don't know. We know that Nimbus Maze duels are worse than the check lands, so that would also tie into the Sam Stoddard statement they have here that the lands are wonderful, but they won't be quite as good as the checks and shocks that we currently have, which makes sense. Whether or not the Nimbus Maze ones are the final, we'll have to see. Somewhere they're saying here, yeah, the same mob was saying that they're thinking it's going to be more along the lines of Horizon Canopy and the what's the fire one called? Grove of Brimwillows, which would also be interesting. Either of those would be very cool. And Horizon Canopy again would fall into the Futureshifted focus, so that could be another Futureshifted possibility as the Futureshifted. And Thoughtseize, they're saying here someone contacted Marrow, and Marrow said there may be a Modern Masters black card in the block. We shall see. Anyway, this is just updating what I previously said. Some of the stuff is really cool. I think Medomai would turn out to be a really, really fun power card for more casual players and limited, obviously. Don't quite know if the impact would make fully on standard, because the standard format will probably shift a little bit once the new set comes out, and we don't know enough about Theros to make real good speculation on that. Very cool card. Chain to Rocks I think is very, very cool as well. It will probably also see some EDH play because it's another variant of Swords to Plowshares and Path to Exile and that which have always seen play in EDH. And Thoughtseize would be cool if it's going to be the middle block. The sad we won't see it now, but and the lands could be Horizon Canopy, Grove Brimwillows, and not Nimbus Maze style. Also very interesting. We'll have to see how it works out. Let me know your thoughts about all these updates below in the comment section as well. Check out my channel sponsors in the description of the video. And as always, Roxabox90 signing out. See you guys next time.